today this video we are playing Find the Lunch Bags. So thank you for the request and comment that was left on my YouTube channel. Here I am playing it. So we're starting off in basic and nice and easy just by spawn on the super awesome pedestal. Pedestal is spelt wrong, I don't know if that's on purpose or not. Moving on to yellow, again nice and easy by spawn. They are just behind the lemonade stand. I really do like the expression on these little lunch bags. I think the faces on them are really quite sweet. Into prehistoric and explosions, so you'll see a kind of basement door, and what I love is the teleport down here. The basement feels like what I think some people's basements are like, kind of those spider webs, that dirt, the kind of boxes that are thrown down there. And if I can ask if you do enjoy this video or any other from my channel, if you can please help to support me by dropping this video a like, leaving me a comment, hitting that subscribe button, and of course coming back to see some more of my videos. Thank you so much. So actually you can get prehistoric by putting your arm through the wall. To go ahead to get into explosion, in the other room you'll see the key. It's really bright neon, you can't miss it. The desk, the note says that something's hidden here, so this might be a great opportunity to hide one of the codes. So for 4 of the characters I did have to get Mythical in, who's a co-owner, and get Cheat Academy going, because there's no way to know what the code is. So you could have some scripting that one of the drawers comes out and then you've got some kind of clue. But what I like is the hidden veiled entrance, and then it's Psych, and then you've got another hidden veiled entrance through to the Tower of Grand Explosion. And I knew what was going to happen. I knew this would be an obby. I haven't made it past this section. I absolutely suck at obby. The minute that I saw this and it was like, I don't know what you call it, like a hop backwards onto the next truss, I knew I was in trouble. So for this one, you know what's going to happen. I'm not going to be able to do this obby. If you do get stuck with any of the lunch bags, I do have an order list available in my video description, or please do drop me a comment. I'm always happy to help where I can. And I'm just wondering if the developers do actually watch this video. Why lunch bags? Were you eating lunch and looking at your lunch bag and, oh, you know what, we'll do a game on lunch bags. So Q Cheat Academy, thank you so much to Mythical, who dropped me down on top of the obby. So I'm not going to be able to take you through the obby, unfortunately. Maybe Mythical or one of the developers can join me and show you how to get through that obby. But what I love is, while you've just done a really complicated obby, and then we've got these invisible walkways to go ahead and get explosion. So it is a cut through, a jump, and then a dance clip. And you know, it's been a while since I've had a character. Is there room for a YouTuber lunch bag or a JudgementTV lunch bag? Onto saturated and inverted, and we're going back down to the basement, back through the wall where we had Psych, and then the entrance to the tower. But stay on the wall, we've got another secret entrance. I'm wondering what the sword does. Maybe they could bring in a teleport there, but saturated is on the wall. So again, you can poke your arm through, and then we have another veiled entrance in to go and get inverted. So along the wall, through we go. Love those kind of doors and rooms behind doors behind rooms. I really like that. So back now into the open, and we're in for green. And this is nice and easy, just behind the boards. There we go. Cyan. So we're going to head to the duck pond. I really like the little duck pond. I think that's really nice. Dropping down and we find cyan. Again, you could have a lunch bag with ducks on it on the underneath of the duck. Stacked is on the roof of the credits, so I don't know if you can stand on another player's head, but the S is dropping off, so you can just get onto that S, or if you get onto one of the trees, just jump across onto the roof. And there we go, we are up. But don't go anywhere off that roof. We are going to go and get khaki or khaki. So from the roof, jump into the tree, and we're heading to the tree there that's got the sign, and it's a sus sign, isn't it? You can see that there's something on top of the sign there. So zooming in, and we can just see the Diddy khaki one. I love the fact that they've got big ones and small ones, and I will show you how small they go in a moment. So greedy, again, nice and easy on the back of the donation board. For navy and red, we are going inside of the credits room now. Navy, again, is a really small one tucked up the corner of the room. I really do like the little ones. They are that kind of challenge element to this game. And then red, nice and easy just by the window. I love how red has sort of got like that meh expression. Realistic, log and destroyed are all relatively in the same location. So the massive tree, you can't miss it. There's a little lobby. So we just spotted destroyed there, and the poor lunch bag has been ripped in half. And then going round. And then we've got another inclusion. I've seen this in sort of Find the Cheeses, the kind of hand glider thing. I really like that in the obby. And then we just swing round and go backwards towards the trunk of the tree. So swing back and then jump. And we've got log. And then there's a walkway across to realistic. Potentially you could have made that more transparent. It was quite obvious to see that pathway. I like the 3D lunch bag though. I'm sort of curious what's inside of it now. Pink, so again, really close proximity to those three. Jumping down from the tree, it's on the back of the blue house. Blue, so we're going inside of the grey building. This map isn't very big, so I have been told they are doing an update at the end of March, so I will be back to come and do the new ones. Neon is on the back of the red house, so it's a real shame that the houses aren't furnished. Again, it's just that little bit of that finishing touch. Again, you could hide so many more lunch bags around the furniture, especially as I like doing Diddy ones. But just using the super awesome pedestal, we can get onto the roof and then drop down for neon. That would have been maybe better inside of like an actual neon light. Purple is on top of the grocery store. Again, the grocery store is pretty blank. You've got a really nice cupboard in there to hide one. Again, you've got food related lunch bags that could have gone in there. Some shelves. So I do hope that they do something more with the grocery store. You could turn that into a full-on supermarket. Now this is the one that is super tiny, and this is AI. I actually couldn't believe how small this was. So I was going around actually trying to find glitch, because it said starting something green, and that tiny little speck there caught my eye, and I was like, I'm just going to zoom in and see what that is. And you guessed it, that is AI lunch bag. Unbelievably small. Faceless, so Q in Cheat Academy, because the hint, I was right, it said something about basic being the hint. Who would know to touch that 25 times? Really? So all you have to do is just keep jumping, and then you get teleported through to Faceless. And then again, you've got this sort of like obby round, so just go all the way to the edge of the wall and shimmy down and round, and then you won't keep killing yourself. Sigma, again, Cheat Academy, thank you so much to Max Gabbo and Mythical. So Mythical themselves actually forgot the codes to get into them. So for Sigma, the Giga Chad, it's /E Sigma. And to be honest, I actually don't feel so bad that I didn't get these ones, because at the end of the day, there's no way you would have found these codes in this map. I went all over. So like paint just said paint, but then there wasn't any paint for you to look at. You could have cleaned some paint off. You could have spray painted to get the hint that paint sucks. Even if it was like sucks written in paint and then you put the 2 and 2 together. And even Mythical said, I don't know how you're supposed to find them normally. So that's really comforting. So again, for paint, this is /E paint sucks. How you're supposed to know this. Then we get teleported through to this obby. And of course, in true JudgementTV style. However, made my way back up, and then we carried on. Again, how are you supposed to know that there is an invisible pathway there? Like, are you just supposed to go, you know what, I'll throw myself off the obby and hope for the best? Then you've got this troll one here that does absolutely nothing, and it says if you can't get it, try again. No, we need to wrap round, and again I fell off. So we're going to try it again. I mean, it's comforting that Mythical fell off at least. And then we've got the biggest jump ever. And this game hasn't got sprint. I'm sure I could have done this had I got sprint, but it doesn't. So I'm like, I can't jump that far. I don't know how you're supposed to do it. Maybe with shift lock I might be able to catch it. But anyway, bless Mythical, they came, and obviously with admin rights can teleport me. I did try and give it a go, and you can see I'm well short. I'm probably about a stud or two short there. However, brought me to the lunch bag. Glitched is in the same area, so again, thank you to Cheat Academy. So there is Max Gabbo and Mythical. And again, how would you know to just throw yourself off there? There's no clue, like there's nothing you could think, oh, there's a box over there, I'm going to go have a look at that. So you find this invisible pathway, then you've got to dance clip through an invisible wall. Like, I would never, ever have found this without this help. And then of course I left my shift lock on. And the thing is, when you're on the path, I got completely turned around which way was the wall. Oh, I'm such a noob. And then I fell off, and then Mythical just teleported me in. Do you think like they just get fed up with me and my really poor skills? It's embarrassing, really. But anyway, when you come in, you literally just dance, clip and walk and you will get teleported. But I really love the glitch effect around this lunch bag. Admin powers, yes, the power of Cheat Academy again for JudgementTV. And then for clickbait, again, it says find the code or code. There's no code around this map. I could not find it. Like, you know, you're going to have to start putting this into the game somewhere for people to find, you know, even if it's sort of like the door numbers or something, so you've got the numbers there. But there we go, that does finish off the game. I will come back for the update. Thanks to Max Gabbo and Mythical again. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.